It's been 30 days since I started using the iPhone 15 Pro Max as my main phone, and I've pushed it through every scenario you can imagine. Long work days, mobile gaming marathons, night photography sessions, video editing on the go, and just casual everyday use. After spending a whole month with it, I can finally answer the question: is it worth your money? Or is it just another incremental upgrade? Let's start with how it feels. This year, Apple made a significant shift to titanium for the frame, and honestly, it's one of the best decisions they've made in recent years. The phone is noticeably lighter than last year's 14 Pro Max, not dramatically, but enough that it doesn't feel like a brick in your pocket. And the slightly rounded edges this time around make it far more comfortable to hold, especially for long periods. It still looks like an iPhone. That signature design hasn't changed dramatically, but it feels more refined and thoughtfully crafted. The matte finish is a nice touch too, less prone to fingerprints, and it gives the phone a softer, almost silky feel in the hand. One of the subtle but impactful changes is the new Action button. Apple ditched the traditional mute switch and gave us a customizable button that can do almost anything. Open the camera, activate voice memos, switch focus modes, or even run shortcuts. I've personally set it to launch the camera instantly, and it's become second nature. It's a small feature, but one that I use more than I expected. Now, let's talk about the display. Apple kept the same 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED panel with 120Hz promotion, and that's not a bad thing. This display is still one of the best in the game. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, and everything feels insanely fluid. Watching HDR content is a joy, especially with Dolby Vision support. Outdoors, the screen is more readable than ever, peaking at 2000 nits in sunlight, which is borderline insane for a smartphone. It's just a pleasure to look at, whether you're doom-scrolling social media or editing 4K video clips. When it comes to performance, the new A17 Pro chip is a powerhouse. This is the first iPhone with a 3nm chip, and it shows. Apps launch instantly, multitasking is seamless, and gaming performance is on another level. I tested it with demanding titles like Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Mobile, and even Resident Evil Village. Yes, the full console version, and it handled them like a champ. Frame rates were stable. Loading times were fast, and the phone barely got warm thanks to improved thermals. But where this chip really shines is in pro tasks, exporting videos, rendering edits in LumaFusion, and AI-based photography. It's seriously impressive. Now, let's get into the cameras, the part everyone's always curious about. The iPhone 15 Pro Max features a triple lens setup, with a new 5x telephoto lens exclusive to the Max model. This gives it a real edge when it comes to zoom shots. The 48 megapixels main sensor captures stunning detail, especially in well-lit conditions. Dynamic range is excellent. Colors are accurate without being overly saturated, and the smart HDR algorithm has noticeably improved over the last year. Night mode is faster and produces cleaner shots, and portraits look sharper with better edge detection. The 5x zoom isn't just a gimmick either. It delivers surprisingly crisp results, even in moderate lighting. Video, as expected from Apple, is top tier. You get up to 4K 60 FPS with Dolby Vision HDR, and the stabilization is. Speaking of USB-C, yes, Apple finally did it. The iPhone 15 Pro Max comes with a USB-C port instead of Lightning. Finally, you can use the same cable for your phone, iPad, and even your MacBook. Most importantly, it supports USB 3 speeds, which means much faster file transfers, especially if you're working with ProRes videos or large RAW images. A late step, but a very important one. As for the battery, it's still strong and excellent. There's no significant leap from the previous generation, but performance is consistent. I personally got about 7 to 8 hours of screen on time with moderate to heavy usage, which is excellent. Charging is still limited to just 27 watts, and MagSafe wireless charging is 15 watts. Numbers that are no longer competitive compared to Android devices that have reached 100 watts and more. But at least the battery lasts a full day easily, and that's what matters. On the software side, the phone comes with iOS 17, which brings some nice additions. Standby mode, which turns the device into a smart display while charging, name drop for easy contact sharing. And significant improvements to autocorrect, which finally doesn't force itself on you. The system remains smooth, secure, and very stable. And with Apple, you're guaranteed updates for the next 5 or 6 years, a huge advantage in the market. Cons, honestly and transparently. 1. Very high price. The device starts at a high price. And the price increases significantly with increased storage capacity. The higher-end model competes with the price of professional laptops. 2. Slow charging. There's no real improvement in charging speed, neither wireless nor wired. Compared to flagship phones from Samsung, Xiaomi, or Oppo, Apple is lagging behind in this regard. 3. Limited innovation. Despite the device's power, the changes aren't revolutionary. Many users find the experience very familiar and not dissimilar to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. 4. Optical zoom is limited in low light. The 5x lens is great, but it starts to weaken in low light. Photos sometimes lose detail or have noise. 5. No noticeable difference in battery. We expected a stronger battery with the new processor, but in reality, performance is almost identical to last year's. Features: powerful and realistic. 1. Ultralight and durable titanium body. For the first time in years. The device is light and comfortable in the hand without sacrificing luxury. 2. Incredible performance with the A17 Pro processor. Whether you're a gamer, designer, or video editor, the performance is flawless. 3. Truly professional cameras. Capturing video and photos of unparalleled quality, and the 5x zoom feature adds a new dimension to photography. 4. Professional and fast USB-C ports suitable for photographers and creatives who need to transfer large files, especially with external storage support. 5. Stable iOS and long-term updates are clean. Secure and bug-free user experience, with guaranteed updates for years. 6. New action button, a small but impactful addition to the daily user experience. Conclusion: the iPhone 15 Pro Max isn't a revolutionary phone, but it's literally the most mature and complete iPhone yet. It has everything you'd expect from a flagship phone: performance, photography, design, and materials, but at a high price. If you have an iPhone 13 or older, it's a great upgrade. If you have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, the decision is yours. Does the 5x zoom and USB-C port make a difference to you? If so, trust me. If not, you can wait for the next generation.